In addition to determining a student's strategy stage using the GLOSS assessment, we need to determine what number knowledge the student demonstrates using the IKAN, Individual Knowledge Assessment of Number. The IKAN has two parts. The IKAN Part 1 is an individual interview assessment given verbally. The IKAN Part 2 is a written assessment that can be given in a group setting. All students must at some point demonstrate proficiency with the IKAN Part 1. If the student has never taken any IKAN assessments, administer the IKAN Part 1 to document this proficiency. If the student's global strategy stage from the GLOSS is stage 4 or higher, you will also administer the IKAN Part 2. You will need an IKAN Part 1 recording sheet for each student. Click on the red IKAN Part 1 box to access the link to a written or digital recording sheet. The numeral cards needed for the numeral identification tasks are found on page 2 of the written recording sheet. Prior to using these cards, cut them apart so students see only one numeral at a time. The IKAN Part 1 consists of some tasks that measure fluency with the number sequence. The first 5 prompts ask students to start counting at a given number and stop counting at a given number. There are 2 prompts for forward counting, 1 prompt for skip counting by tens, and 2 prompts for backward counting. It is important to note that students must stop counting at the given number. This is a measure of their ability to keep the counting sequence and the stopping number in mind simultaneously. Students who do not stop their counts appropriately are not considered proficient. The remaining tasks ask students to identify numerals and tell the number that comes after and the number that comes before. The note at the top of the interview discusses the student behavior of dropping back. This means that to find the number that comes after a given number, the student drops back to a familiar number to get a running start. For example, to determine what comes after 14, the student may say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Students who drop back are not considered proficient. Next, you will watch a video of a student being interviewed and have a chance to practice recording the student's responses.